Any outfitter should take it very serious. All the miles, the work from guides, the endless searching and following quality deer. Because there's no mistake about it, when hunters arrive at camp, they're relying on us. Time at the lodge is nice, watching deer from the kitchen is nice. But when we head out, we all know the goal.
Dean sent us a picture. The deer was in here at
6:12, I think.
6:12 this morning. It's 3 o'clock. We have not seen a single deer yet. Oh my.
Steve's my lucky charm.
Miles and miles from nowhere is one of our favorite places to be. And like often in life, what looks like nothing from a distance can be so much more. When you scratch the surface and take a closer look, you can see it's not an empty place at all. In our case, it's a place where some of the largest wild whitetails live, and a place that comes alive in the fall, our own metropolitan of preparation and maintenance. With a team of guides all endlessly searching for the deer that we all dream of hunting. Setting the stage for clients, experiences, accomplishments, and memories, keeping deer healthy with year-round nutrition, making our little corner of heaven the best it can be. Making sure that every detail is covered, that every trick, tactic, and process is employed. And doing it dozens and dozens of times over and over, though still fine-tuning each and every spot like it's the only one. And today's last spot was to check in on a buck from years past, which in the north is no easy feat. Winter wolves and man to contend with, survival can be tougher here than anywhere, though every now and then we get lucky. Another year had the tall-tined crab-clawed buck back in his home area, a big-bodied, beautiful deer that had survived several years, and a deer that this year we wanted to hunt. He'd been no stranger to us over the past few years, and last season one of our hunters and friends, Davis, filmed passing the deer. A nice deer and an easy opportunity, but a quality client like Davis knows full well that letting them grow, even risking his tag, makes everyone's future hunts better. And the next year, in the first week of the season, the hunter that pulled that stand from the hat was good friend Brian Smith, hoping to expand on his 3-in-a-row successful hunts with us. Arriving late into camp, Brian had pulled his stand and spent some time with the guides, going over the buck, other deer in the area, and young deer that needed to be let walk before a late-night snack prepared by camp cook Carly. Camp life is a special part of our hunts. It's where we get to visit, break bread, hear stories, and make plans for the week's hunt. The evening is even provided with some tableside entertainment. In the morning of day one, hunters awake to a hot breakfast before heading out. Though with Brian arriving late the night before, he waits back for daylight to take a couple quick shots with his gun to ensure it's still lined up after travel. Fourth year?
Year 4.
Late again?
Late again.
You come with Dusty, you're on time, and we're in the stand first light, first day.
But when I come with Ben, we get here after dark.
Guys are a terrible influence on Brian. But they got in a little bit late last night. We shot the gun. I probably look forward to more than anything. I appreciate Brian coming up to camp, but he brings some of the fanciest guns up here, and that gun is a step above anything.
Yes, it's a beautiful Maple XX from Boyd's, 270.
And you don't talk about gun stocks, but that's...
I usually don't talk about gun stocks like this, but that's warranted. It's an absolute beauty, and I'm looking forward to taking her out in the woods here.
We're gonna go in the woods. We gotta head out. It's gonna be, we got an adventure to get down there. It's all the way actually down to our border, so it's quite a drive to get down there, but there's one pretty nice buck there that's mature. He's got tall tines and crab claws on the end, but a little bit of snow today. The bucks are rutting, so anything could show up, and hopefully things don't slow down because of the warmth, but maybe we'll get lucky and they'll change the plus temperatures to -20. I always hope for -20 weather because I got heat in my side-by-side, and They always claim that they don't have heat in their blinds, but
The good thing is the weatherman doesn't know, and he's wrong more than he's right is what I meant to say.
it's the only job that you can get paid to be wrong.
Exactly.
Anyway, we'll go and see if you can do it 4 years in a row. As Brian gets settled in with Steve running the camera, we top up the monster meal and swap cards in the stealth cam before leaving them for the all-day sit, with one last fist bump hoping for the best.
All right, here the boys are. It's November 6th, 2023. We're at it again. Filmed Brian shoot a spectacular 6x6 here a couple of years ago. He got another nice deer last year. We're up in northern Saskatchewan here at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. It's actually a very pleasant day for November 6th. We're after a buck here. He's a 5x5 with a crab claws, pardon me. And
Tall tines.
So we'll wait till hopefully he'll show up and we can have a look at him and decide if Brian wants to put the smack down on him or not. So yeah, that's our game plan for today. So the boys here, we're gonna get to hunting and see how our day unfolds.
Steve's my good luck charm.
No matter the planning or preparation, you're never in control in the forest, and some days don't go well.
All right, it's 3 o'clock. We have not seen a single deer yet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if wolves moved through the area last night or if it's because of the unusually warm weather, but if you look at the footage earlier when we got in here today, there was snow all over the ground and it's probably 85% gone, just showing how warm it is and it's melting, water's hitting the blind. So that's possibly could be what's slowing the deer movement down. But big change from the last time we sat together, eh?
Yes, big change.
Yeah, so typically the deer up here in the big bush move between 10 and 2 p.m., but that's not the case today, so we're gonna hang her out till dark and see maybe in the evening here as it cools down a bit, maybe we'll get some movement. And if not, well, we'll just come back tomorrow and keep playing the game. Yep. One way to get at her is to be here, so.
A long sit with no deer finally produces just before last light with this nervous fawn, and you can certainly tell something's not right. And when Mama shows up, she's just as nervous, staring off into the hills and putting an end to Brian's day one. Back at camp for a warm supper, a lot of our hunters had the same experience with very few and very nervous deer sightings for the day. Maybe it was wolves, maybe it was the weather. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, though we decide to trust in our original focus and everyone makes plans to head back to their spots in the morning, knowing the best part of the big woods is that no 2 days are alike. A new day is a new hunt, and after breakfast the hunters all head out, Brian to the same stand as the day before, hoping for better results. In on time today, before leaving the boys I pulled the stealth chem card and found very good news. The crabclaw buck was still in the area and had been there after daylight, and just early this morning in the dark. Though a new challenge today, turning on the wind direction feature in the Onyx Hunt app shows the exact wrong wind direction for the stand, making the boys put a lot of faith in their Onyx unit for the day. A big change already today with deer moving at first light. These deer are downwind, and they know it, though try as they might, the Onyx is working and they can't win Brian and Steve and decide all is okay to carry on.
Just before 9 a.m. and unlike yesterday, we've actually seen deer already, so that's a good sign. There's a lot more squirrels and birds and everything moving today, so hopefully it's a sign of good things to come, so stick with us.
near non-stop deer since getting in, as Brian more positive, especially when I text him what I'd found on the stealth cam earlier in the morning.
Steve and I got set up at Dean the stealth and guarded. Our target buck was in here right before we got here dark, so we know he's in the area. We got a lot more does and doe action going on. They're really looking around, so.
Though still early, Brian and Steve hear footsteps beside the blind. And Brian's hunt was about to take a quick turn for the better. From right beside the blind, there steps out the crab claw buck that Brian was hoping to get a look at. And it doesn't take Brian much of a look to decide he's going to take the crab claw buck given the chance. And as this young buck scurries, as they often do when the boss is on the scene, Brian settles in for his shot.
There he goes. All right. Oh my. All right. And just like that. So, yeah, he walked in and,
Dark horns.
Yeah.
Just dark.
Beautiful buck, beautiful buck.
What a tank, too.
Yeah, he walked in here and, yeah, Brian just nailed him with the old 270. Gave him boom, boom, yeah. So, Dean sent us a picture. The deer was in here at,
6:12, I think.
6:12 this morning, and,
This is where you don't guide the guide. Yesterday, Steve and I said earlier, we questioned if Dean put us in the Garrow. It was that slow. But today it was literally non-stop action.
yeah.
It was amazing.
Congrats, buddy. Did it again.
Steve's my lucky charm. You're gonna get hog.
All right.
4 for 4?
4 for 4, baby.
Doesn't look like there's much of a track job, so we'll go get him, hey?
Yep, let's go look at him.
Oh, he's got nice tines, eh?
Yeah. 4 for 4 here at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. Every hunt here has been just unbelievable, exciting. This year's got really nice tall tines, cool crab claws on the end, big, huge bodied northern bush buck. We came out today and literally from the second we drove in until we shot this deer, we had a deer in front of us. Shows you how quickly things can change one day to the next.
He's a gorgeous deer, and these are the deer that we like to see guys take that get a few years on them, and we'll get the bike, we'll get some tags on them.
Let's do
Get
it.
them out of here. Right on, man.
Boom, the patented fist bump, baby. That's how we end our hunts here in Saskatchewan.
As mentioned earlier, the big empty woods might not be so empty after all. They're teeming with incredible deer, hardworking guides, clients, friends, and most of all, core memories that will last a lifetime. Once back and the work is done, deer skinned and meat on ice, the ground checks start, and more stories are made to be told next year, mostly stretched, but just a bit. And while some hunters and deer go home, the camp resets for another week to do it all over again. I'll never say it enough, but how lucky are we?
To book your own dream hunt in northern Saskatchewan, contact us at Canadian Whitetail Outfitters. Stay up to date with Dean and the team by following us on Instagram, liking us on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel.